Hell yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Ronan Unchained. I was very fortunate to watch the Penguin series already. It delivers, and in a way, you don't have to have seen the Batman movie to enjoy this series, follow it, care, invest in these characters, and see where they end up by the end of it. Now, if you've seen the Batman movie, it'll help, it'll enhance the experience, but the strength to this show is that it is pure gangster show, character piece, imbued with relationships that you normally don't want to or would root for, but you do at points. And there's no Batman. It doesn't need it. I'm happy with it, and I'm okay with it. It's not the end of the world. Laura LeFranc, I think, is the creator, showrunner of the show, and she just knocked it out of the ballpark. And the fact that this is an offshoot of what came from that first The Batman movie by Matt Reeves, just shows that it's on par with that movie in my opinion. Different, semi-different flavors, yet it's still in that same world, but it's its own beast. It's rated R or mature or whatever it is on television, but it doesn't take away from the Batman and it doesn't interrupt the Batman. And Colin Farrell comes back as Oswald and makes you go with him where you might not want to go with. And he just, I kept hearing him at Hall H saying he's just a damaged character, and like he's just juicy and so much more you can do with, and he does a lot. And I think someone who is gonna be headlining a lot of these conversations, in my opinion, is gonna be Christine Milioti, Sophia Falcone. If everything shapes up and you see my reactions coming down the pipeline in the channel, you will see how me, Busy Braun, and Samuel Leggett from Team GVS just are going, no pun intended, batshit crazy over Sophia Falcone and what she goes through in this series, while still going and seeing how much more depth Oswald Cobblepot has in him and how much he's wanted to do, and does he have a code, and why people underestimate him. And I can't wait for you to watch this show. Somebody else who you'd be like, you don't want, at least for me, in my regard, you don't want him going down this path, yet you're rooting for him to make something out of himself, is Renzi Feliz, Victor Aguilar character. The innocence of war, of territorial war, if you will. The victims of a natural disaster, and how much the lower middle class or bottom middle class doesn't get catered as much as the upper middle class does. And you just see how this kid wants more and doesn't want to settle for less, and yet circumstances puts him in positions to be like, okay, it's either a bullet to the head or you go and do stuff that you wouldn't want to normally do. And does he like it? Folks, the Falcones, Maronis, there's some Easter eggs for any of you DC fans, Batman fans, that I hope you pick out. And I mean, it's one of the best shows of the year, in my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just that when I look back on 2024, I'm gonna be like, well, we got Shogun, we got X-Men 97, and Fallout, and now we got this show. And it's open to interpretation of which flavor you like, but it is brutal, bleak, and yeah, at points, hopefully if you ever see the footage, you see some of us are almost appalled or don't want to look at what's being presented to us, which I think is a good thing, because you can't let go and yet you don't want to look or don't want to see. I feel like this enhances the character, the lore of the Penguin, the iceberg lounge, the whole shebang, and it's doing its own thing, yet not shying away that it's comes from a legacy. So if Oswald is in a suit and he puts on a cigar, and lights it up, you know that's a little homage to fans who've been reading the books or the shows and movies that have come out in the past. And I think this show cements more that Colin Farrell's Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, is my favorite rendition of the character, alongside what we got of Cape Crusader, Oswald Cobblepot. And I'll even throw what Nolan North did with the character as well. But yes, keep an eye out on Sophia Falcone, y'all. She will, again, this is being complimentary, she will seduce you and yet slit your throat. Or not even slit your throat, she'll just have a knife at your throat, and it's gonna be up to you what you do next with that. I love the show. I loved it. I had a blast with it. I can't wait to talk to people about it once I go in depth more with it. And it's gonna be the water cooler show. It's gonna be that one where every week people are gonna be talking about it. And I can't wait to be part of that conversation. And hopefully you will be here in this channel to check out our coverage. If time and no other elements disrupted, I will be covering it on a weekly basis. And subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy this review. Know that there's more stuff coming down the pipeline. There's a lot cooking up. And now I just want to go back and read Penguin stories and just listen to the Sopranos theme. So if you like the Sopranos, you like the gangster stuff, you like character pieces, check out the show as soon as it drops. Till then, take care.